Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the finale of the pitch battles here at IFA Next. Short technicality first. If you don't speak English, we have a QR code so you can follow a live translation of this pitch battle. And also there in the back, there's headphones in case the acoustics are bad. Otherwise, let me introduce myself. I'm Emmanuel. I'm a former startup founder and current head of community and partnerships at Factory Berlin, and I'm going to be your host for this session. Factory Berlin, next slide please, is a business community in Berlin, Hamburg, and beyond. We connect innovators, entrepreneurs, startup founders, investors, and artists. The community is curated, which means everybody has to apply, but it also guarantees that if you ever join, you're also going to only hang out with other cool startup founders. And what we do there is we create meaningful connection between people, and we also make sure to run events that drive startup founders forward. And beyond that, next slide, we have 2 big spaces in Berlin and in Hamburg to bring your ideas to life. So if you ever look for a space to work or an office space for your company, come hit us up and join our community. Now, let me introduce our jury. So, first of all, I would love to welcome to stage Heather from Kickstarter. Please join me. Welcome, Heather. I know that you're head of technology and design at Kickstarter. Please do me a favor and explain me, what do you actually do? What does the head of technology and design at Kickstarter do?
Sure. I oversee our global hardware community. So hopefully, you know, Kickstarter, we're the largest crowdfunding platform. We have been part of the company stories of famous hardware brands like Aura and Peloton, Formlabs. And my job is really to coach and advise startups who are using crowdfunding on how to be the most successful and how to raise the most funds, you know, build the strongest community around their product.
Thank you so much. Then I would like to welcome to stage Stefanie from Akipa. Akipa is actually the sponsor of our main prize for this competition, a multi-day retreat in Austria at their company headquarters. So Stefanie, what does Akipa actually do?
So Akipa is a value-added distributor. We've been 34 years in the market. And what a distributor does, right? Distributor is the mediator, facilitator, bridging the gap between suppliers and retail. So bringing all the innovation into retail.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, Mark, please join us on stage. Mark is the founder of a health tech startup that I personally find super exciting. So Mark, what does your startup do?
So my startup is Syntropic Medical. So at Syntropic Medical, we actually develop a light-based treatment for mental health disorders. So I guess as many of you might know, mental health is becoming a pretty increasingly large problem, particularly with younger generations now. And a lot of the solutions on the market are really treating symptoms rather than treating root causes of the problems. So we're developing a medical device that actually uses light to signal to cells in your brain that helps the brain rewire itself and try to treat the root cause of the problem.
Thank you so much, Mark. So, the criteria for today's competition. First of all, our jury is going to evaluate the team problem fit, which means, does the company actually have the right team to solve the problem and bring the product to market? Then, feasibility. Is the business case actually feasible? Can they build a sustainable business out of it? Is there a positive impact to the business idea, to the product? And last but not least, is it innovative? The format's going to be a pitch of 4 minutes, then QA by the jury for 4 minutes. At the end, the jury is going to tell us who their favorite is, and we will conclude the winner with an audience vote. The prize for all of this, as mentioned, is a multi-day trip to the headquarters of Akipa, as well as a complimentary booth for IFA 2025. As already mentioned, this is the finale of the pitch battles. The previous pitch battles were all around AI, sustainability, and emerging consumer technology. And today, we are going to have the 3 winners of the previous 3 battles on stage to compete for the final prize. And with that, I would like to ask the first startup to come to stage. Next slide, please. Thank you. Morphing Eye. Please join me up here for your pitch.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kyungmin Lee, CTO of Morphing Eye, standing here to introduce our Morphing Bowl solution. The problem we are addressing is significant. We use tap water every day, but are you sure the water pipes are being well managed? Not at all. Dirty internals and problems from leak and sinkhole are making huge economic losses and safety issues every year. Globally, governments are taking this problem seriously and investing a lot of money. Then what is the problem? The problem was technical limitation. First of all, the water pipe robots were not small enough to explore small types of water pipes. Secondly, their explorable length was only 100 meters, which was far from sufficient. Thirdly, the only way to detect a leak was try to listen to the sound of water while walking on the ground and making guess whether there would be a leak or not. So Morphing Eye came up with this innovative solution, water pipe AI diagnosis and prediction solution using our own cutting-edge robot. Let me introduce what is so different about our solution. First of all, miniaturized size. We made it small enough to fit into all types of water pipes. Secondly, it could explore up to 2 kilometers at once. Thirdly, we came up with this multimodal AI solution that could detect leak or other problems. These are the tremendous value we make. Increase exploration length, reduce exploration costs, and 5 different classes of the water pipe status, and streamline diagnosis process. We made MOU with 4 local governments in Korea last year, and we actually explored up to 27 kilometers of various types of water pipes. The market size is immense. We are starting with domestic water pipe market, but eventually we're targeting not only water pipe, but also oil and gas pipes. We are expanding our global businesses now. We made our Indonesian and Vietnam branches this year and planning to make another one in Saudi Arabia next year. So our CEO was... Right after, only in 3 years after founding, we made a cumulative revenue of $42 million. And with our first VC investment this year with pre-valuation of $32 million, we are looking for another quantum jump of our sales. Our CEO was one of the executives of LG Group, leading a whole new technology businesses in AI, blockchain, and big data area. She was headhunted as COO of Hong Kong Group and experienced to become a CEO there. She has a doctor's degree in engineering in Yonsei University. Our COO and CFO have worked together for over 20 years with our CEO, and most of our team members have graduated top 3 universities in Korea with engineering major, including myself. So Morphing Eye is building a big impact and innovation. I invite you to our journey. Thank you. It is Kyungmin Lee from Morphing Eye.
I can start. You mentioned you had $42 million in revenue. Is that from selling the robot? I just wanted to understand where the revenue is coming.
That's a great question. Our business model is not about the selling the robot, but we are selling our solution per kilometer. So we do we look inside the water pipes and give them the report that the status of water pipe is like this. So you should change your water pipes in 5 years, or you will have some leakage issue. And we price them per kilometers.
So thank you for your pitch. What does your ideal customer look like? Governmental or more B2B phase?
It's actually different by country, but in South Korea, the governments own all the water pipes underground. So our main customer in Korea is B2G.
And I guess at the moment you're really focused on water. Is that something you want to look into other areas, or does it stay with water? And I guess, is it a specific type of water pipe, or can you move to other areas within that industry?
That's a great question, too. We are starting with the water pipe right now because we had some critical issues about water leakage make economic losses and sinkhole of safety issues. But we are hearing a lot of needs of oil pipelines right now. So we are building up another robot that could go into water pipes. Oil pipes, sorry.
And I have a question about your scaling. So it's depending on how many robots you have and sending, I guess, staff with those robots to different countries. Do you feel that that's a blocker to your scaling, or how are you addressing that?
Actually, we are planning to expand our business to global by having branches in global other countries, and we will bring our robots to that branches and build another team that could do the inspection like we do in South Korea. And we will give them the AI solution also. So that is not a hurdle to us. But the biggest hurdle we meet is that it's hard to make a meeting with the real decision maker who owns the water pipe. Like, it's different from country by country. That
was going to actually be my next question is, what kind of resistance have you had from those countries? What are they most concerned about or worried about?
They are really worried about having some scratches inside their water pipe because it's hard to fix when they get buried, when they bury them. So we made our robot that could go without motor and made it soft enough to not scratch the water pipes. And our customer also asked us to make it not non-wireless with the wire, because if there is an accident of loss of robots, it's a disaster. They have to bring out all the water pipes, and it's a loss of economic losses.
Final question. Why is now the right time for your services into the European market?
I think we are the first mover in South Korea that has the combination of hardware and software. And I think the Europe, including Germany, is a really fast-growing, high-tech country. So if we don't come here right now, we'll be the second mover.
Thank you so much. The next company I would like to welcome to stage is bringing AI to the edge to help with renewable energy. IDB, the stage is yours.
Welcome everyone. I'm Bernard of IDB CEO. Let me present Protected Go AI with the edge solution for the future of energy asset management. Our renewable energy customers suffer to make a data-driven decision in maximizing the value of energy asset. Our customers have a challenge for energy asset management for their profitable business. As time progresses, the energy asset deteriorate, leading to decreased operational efficiency and energy predictability. So customers need AI-powered asset management for proper action on time. But if appropriate measurements are taken immediately in response to energy asset condition, the profitability of our energy supply will also decline. The high-cost system development and long development time make it difficult for decision for customer adopt AI in the field. But IDB drastically reduced both cost and implementation time, making adoption easier. Protected Go AI offers following key features The first, detect anomaly in real time, predict potential issue in energy asset. Second, it is no-code platform, setting up detection logic scenario very easily and simply. Third, alert to dashboard, mobile app, and application, a third-party application to control the system is very powerful. Predict-Go AI product is available for three types: AI Edge server, and kiosk, for the purpose of required data processing capability. AI Edge has robust long-range wireless communication capability through mesh network topology and peer-to-peer communication. It has on-device functionality for self-learning mode upon installation to improve AI performance. IDB has already proven AI technology and business expertise. It is equally applied for renewable energy industry, providing reliability to customer. After adopting Protect-Go AI in the field, customer improve energy predictability and uptime of an energy asset and profitability as well. Let me highlight the competitiveness. The first, customer select cloud service from the customer select necessary AI Edge service from cloud. It helps customer reduce cloud service cost. Second, AI Edge is working autonomously with no code-based user interface, enabling worker without AI and IT expertise to use it with ease. We have a strategic partnership in Korea and Singapore and UK, targeting $20 million in domestic and $30 million for global market by 2026. We aim to resolve the on-site issue in energy industry and to drive renewable energy industry growth, actively contribution for global carbon neutrality policy and climate change response. Thank you for listening.
Hi, thank you very much for the pitch. I guess my question, just to make it super clear for me exactly, if I'm a customer of yours, what exactly, I guess, who exactly am I, and what does my interaction actually look like with you? So how does it look like when I work with you? Like exactly what are you providing, and how are you then generating revenue from that?
Yes, we sell AI with Edge to customer. So, but customer select the cloud service from our totally integrated system.
And that's then on is that a subscription service? Are you paying, is it a one-off sale? How does that look?
There are the two options. AI Edge is mandatory, but cloud service is optional because we collected many kinds of sensor and video stream data from many kinds of energy asset. So there's going to be lots of custom needs. And to select the AI model, either the customer just need machine learning or video stream analysis. So it depends on the customer option.
Thank you.
And you are working, again, a clarifying question, you're working specifically in the solar and energy industry. Are you planning on staying in that industry? Are there any other industries you're looking at?
We already have a business in manufacturing. So petrochemical, automotive, ceramic, recycling, sorting. And this similar technology is applying for renewable energy industry, like wind power and solar power generation.
And which countries are you currently focusing on, and do you have plans to expand?
We have a strategic partnership in UK and Singapore company.
Thank you for your pitch again. You mentioned that you already worked in different industries with your service. How do you tackle the complexity of managing the different use cases in those industries, or the different specifics that are set in those industries?
as for manufacturing, the difficult thing is very labeling data is very difficult. And in energy, we have very customized selected sensor and a reference design with inverter and many kinds of electricity system. So we are broadened our partnership to sensor partner and inverter partner in the solar and energy sector.
Maybe a little bit of a broader question then. What is the big impact that you actually want to achieve with this company? What is the impact that you want to have on the world with this? What do you believe this company can achieve in 5-10 years' time in terms of sustainability and innovation?
So I'd like to emphasize on ecosystem because we cannot do all of those things. So we connected many kinds of sensor data, sensor makers in Korea and Japan and Germany and many kinds of so we can penetration market easily. Collaboration work with in the sensor maker from each country.
Maybe last question. Again, similar. What are any resistances you have from the customers or decision makers, and how have you overcome them? So when you're selling your service, what resistance do you have?
So we can connect easily in many countries, in UK and Singapore or the Germany and another European company. So the project and customer how to adapt our solution to their infrastructure. So we need to customize or a reference design is the project is seeing and taking much time. So this is the legend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next company is focusing on something really cool. In a world where everybody seems to be building AR or VR headsets, they are actually building a device that makes you see reality more sharp. Please welcome with me on stage, Vision 01.
Hi everyone, we are Vision. Before jumping into our product, let me start with some history. The glasses were invented around the year 1300. Can you believe we've been using almost the same technology for the vision problem over 700 years? There are so many norms that we get used to and that we don't even realize that's inconvenient. What if you don't need to visit a doctor to make glasses? What if you don't need multiple pairs of glasses to see near and far and just rely on one? What if you didn't even need your own glasses and could just share them? So with autofocus, now you can. Vision 01 is the world's first autofocus eyewear that delivers clear vision to everyone, regardless of whether you have myopia, hyperopia, presbyopia, or anisometropia, or any combination of these. This is not a better version of glasses. This is pioneering and defining an entirely new genre of autofocus eyewear. So this is how it looks. You can see clearly as close as your fingerprint and as far as a sign across the street, just like that. So autofocus was made possible by 3 key enablers. First, calibration. This allows users to complete initial setup by themselves by simply rotating dial back and forth. No need for a doctor visit, prescription, medical tools, or expertise. Second, algorithm. Based on the input from calibration and then the distance sensor, it automatically calculates the optimized and personalized focus for each individual. And the third, special variable lenses. Unlike traditional fixed lenses, these lenses continually adapt the shape and thickness again and again. So what's good about it? Take this person, for example, a skilled craftsman in Kyoto, Japan. he was on the verge of retiring just because of his poor eyesight. His deteriorating eyesight made it nearly impossible to continue carving wooden Buddha images. But with Vision 01, he was amazed to see clearly fine details of wood surfaces more clearly than ever before. So second, when we are focusing on nearby objects, our ciliary muscles work hard to adapt lenses, putting pressures on the eyes. Over time, this could cause our eyeballs to elongate from a round shape to an ellipse, increasing the risk of myopia. So Vision 01 acts as a form of body augmentation, allowing users to outsource the focusing task to the device instead of your eyes. So thereby, 01 may prevent the progression of myopia. So why we do this? The United Nations project that the global population will reach 10 billion people by 2050, and half of them will be myopia, and 1/10 will be high myopia. Myopia is often seen as a gateway to other eye diseases, and high myopia is extreme form of that condition, which could lead to blindness. So imagine no longer being able to see your loved ones. In a family of 10, one person is likely to go blind. That could be you, or your child, or grandchild. How scary is that? So in this digital-heavy world, clear vision is something that we can no longer take for granted. So Vision is committed to ensuring that everyone has access to clear vision, including next generation. So thank you.
Thank you for the pitch. Really fantastic. I have a question, I guess, about the disease itself. So I guess myopia a lot of the time is seen in children, but is kind of fixed very early on in life in, I guess, developed economies. And so a lot of myopia in adulthood is actually in more developing countries. I mean, how does that kind of factor into your business and your business model?
So that's an interesting question. So nowadays, did you see the graph is going up? So the ratio itself is going up. So let's say in China or South Korea or Japan, there are only high myopia ratio, like 70% or 90%. But like including like Africa or some other countries, like Global South too, their myopia ratio is surging. And then there is a study about the relationship with the screen time. So they are using smartphones, PCs, of course, and then their myopia ratio will be a global issue too. So that's why this is a universal problem, like not just for developed country, but everyone, regardless of gender, age, race, anything. So, did I answer your question? Sorry, I might miss.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Thank you for your pitch. I myself, as a glasses wearer, right, have a question. Is there a certain threshold for Vision to manage the correction of eyesight?
Oh, sorry, say that again, please.
Is there a certain threshold until it works? Or
when you say threshold in this context, what do you mean? Sorry.
How bad can it correct your eyesight?
That's a great question. I mean, in Japan, we sell it as a non-medical device, so we are not supposed to mention the diopter, but like we can cover to the extent that low vision people can still see it. So like regular people, myopia people, and a very strong myopia people can still use it. Very strong.
May I have a follow-up question for that, right? Because you said you're not selling it as a medical product because of various reasons, I assume. How do you plan to create awareness and get the right customer as you're not allowed to really communicate the top perk?
So we adapt our strategy depending on the country. So compliance with the local regulation is our top priority. So in Japan, we sell it as a non-medical device because that's better for us. So some countries may see it, no, this is glasses, this is a medical device. In that case, we will comply with that and then appeal to the right customer who may highly need it. So especially like low vision people or who may lost one side vision or who might have lost the surrounding vision and then only the center and so on and so on.
A follow-on of that, obviously wearing the wrong type of glasses can cause harm to your eyes. So why should we trust you that your device won't damage the eyes? Do you have some kind of background or something in place to make sure that I can trust your device?
So thank you for the question. So in order to prove that we definitely assign the person who is good at the medicals and devices and regulations, we have that person within our organization. And also we comply with all the rules, including mechanical, optical, medical, and all sorts. So we make sure that we comply with, at least for now, we comply with all the Japanese regulations, including radiation and wireless and everything. So when we step into EU market or US market or other Asian market, we will make sure that we comply every single rules.
And another simple question, is it a B2C, right? And are you coming up with new styles? What is, the pricing, this kind of thing?
That's a very good question. Currently, yes, B2C. But we are currently penetrating into B2B model. So for example, factory workers. There are a lot of skilled workers, but aged, and then having bad eyes. For example, the Kyoto craftsman also. It's interesting, I didn't know that too, but craft person, their hands and skills are getting better and better. Only eyes are the problem. And the same to mechanical workers too. So we are trying to penetrate into B2B market and also B2G market as well. So the government. So for example, there's one city in Japan who put this device at the counter at the city hall. So elder people come to the office and then they are doing all the paperwork and then they have a hard time seeing it. This device can fit for 1,000 or 10,000 of people. Just one device can be shared. So B2B and B2G would be other potentials for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Now our jury has a couple of minutes to convene about who their favorite is, and after that we will move to the audience vote. Innovation is rarely a straight line. Just think about the products we use every day. Many of them come from happy little accidents or just really, really bold visions. And who knows? Maybe one of the startups we've seen here today on stage is going to be one of the next big things. Can I get the next slide, please? Because I want to take you on a journey of technological innovation. What we see here is the Osborne 1, released in 1981. It's the first portable computer. It was weighing 11 kilograms and it had about a 5-inch display. Can you imagine carrying that around with you? What do we have nowadays? Next slide. These devices, mobile phones, are 1,000 times more powerful than the strongest computers we had back there. They're a magnitude more powerful than the computers that were used to bring the first man to moon. And all of that fitting into your pocket. You can pack an entire film studio, a laboratory, a lab, into your pocket. Don't even get me started on cellular networks. There's massive infrastructure keeping countless devices online. Just in the city of Berlin, there's about 5 million mobile phones online every day. The CPUs and operating systems, product of decades of evolutions, and the sensors in there, well, they were initially developed for aircraft. And thinking about other things that might be a bit unexpected. Next slide. Did you know that the microwave was invented because in 1945 somebody was working on a radar system and then they realized, well, the chocolate in my pocket just melted, and voila, the idea of the microwave was born. Next slide, please. Innovation often doesn't start with the right idea. Think about Nokia, Finnish company that started out making paper, ended up dominating the world's mobile phone market for more than a decade. Or Nintendo, started out as a company producing card games, and then at the end of the day become one of the world's largest gaming companies. And what did these companies have in common? They embraced the unknown. They were open for new directions, for new things. And as we are going to crown the winner of today's pitch competition, well, Think about that. Maybe one of these ideas is going to be the next Nokia or the next Nintendo. And now I would like to hand over to the jury. Who's your favorite?
Okay, well, knowing that it is an audience vote, then we're going to shirk our responsibility and not choose one favorite. We are split a little bit between two of the companies, so maybe we'll speak to both of them. The Morphing AI company, I think we did a really great job. The pitch overall, I think, was very strong. But your problem space, I think, is very interesting. It's I think that robotic solutions are most interesting when it's a dirty, expensive, or dangerous problem. And so I think the solution is very well equipped for the problem space. We wondered a little bit again about the scale question, about how to scale it meaningfully, but we thought overall very, very strong. Yep.
And now our second contender was Vision. Again, a very innovative solution, and definitely speaks to a huge population. There were some questions about the feasibility of a business case, right? About costs of normal glasses versus the smarter, more innovative solution. But there's definitely a massive positive impact that we could see, and an innovation. And as you elaborated with your medical stuff on your team, also a team and problem fit.
I guess just adding a little bit on both of those contenders that we've, I guess, left up to the audience to make a decision on. For Morphing AI, I think the tech is really impressive. I think it's really, really cool tech, what you guys are doing, and I think the team is super impressive. So I think you have everything that you need there to really build a really cool product and a really cool company. I think where you will have challenges, as was mentioned, is the business case is maybe quite tough going into government areas, and also with, I guess, a very high-cost technology as well. That kind of provides its own challenges, but certainly not ones that can't be overcome. And in terms of Vixen, coming from healthcare myself, I really like to see products like this. We're also actually in, kind of the light space and working with eyes, so it's quite interesting. And I think you have a really cool product. It looks super refined and a really nice device, and I can see where it will be used. I think where you may have challenges is on that medical piece. Once again, I know you mentioned about kind of avoiding the regulatory side of things. It's not always so simple. I think you can get into really difficult places with that, and there are certain government bodies who are cracking down on those sorts of things nowadays. So that may be a challenge, but I think you have multiple avenues that you can take with the tech.
Okay, thank you so much to your amazing jury. Heather, Stefanie, Mark, big applause. And now let's move to the audience vote. Please give me a sign of hands. Who should be the winner? Is it Morphing AI? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you. Is it IDB? AI on Edge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thank you. Is it Vixion 01? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have a winner. Vixion 01, please come to stage. Congrats on winning the IFA Next pitch competition this year. Perfect. Thank you so much. And that concludes the event for the day. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.